So guys, here we have is the WTI crude oil, by the way. So we're going to see where this price will be moving for today. So in order to be able to predict this price movement itself, I want us to actually start from the higher time frame, which is the weekly time frame. A quick analysis on it to be able to understand this movement. I mean, first of all, we can see that there was a bullish move on this WTI crude oil, right? The price was actually going bullish. Then we can see that we now started having this bearish move. This was around 2022, right? This was March, the period of March. On the weekly time frame, we started having this bearish move, right? We see this price has been dropping, and I've also added this moving average, which I'm using 10 period moving average, by the way. The rules of trading it is that once the price is below it, then we have to look for a way to short this price, right? So clearly we can see that this WTI, the price is below our 10 period moving average, so we have to look for a way to short it. We can take a look at this movement as an impulse move downward. Here we've had a correction, then we can see this as an impulse move again, and a correction has been made here. Now we can see this as an impulse movement, right? Then we can see this as a correction, and now a new impulse movement has been made. We can see it breaking this very previous lower lows, and we can see this as a correction, right? Now what we're expecting next is another bearish move. Notice we actually closed bearish last week. You can see this movement, this candlestick week here. We actually closed bearish last week. This week also, we would also close bearish, and even the price has even started a bearish movement. You can see it. We actually had a bearish move on Monday, Tuesday. Even today, safe price has already gone bullish. So bearish, by the way. So we will actually close bearish this week. It is a very, very short thing, right? And probably possibly next week on the weekly time frame, we are on a bearish move. And this price itself, the movement is below the 10 period moving average. So basically, we are still on a bearish move. That would take us to the daily time frame. So on this daily time frame, clearly we can see this is an impulse move downward, a correction, right? And now this is another impulse move. We would actually close bearish, right? So we can wait for a pullback here. After the pullback has been made, then we can now enter to short this price. So basically, we are kind of like on a pullback level. Soon the pullback will ever be over. Once it is over, then we can now enter to short this WTI crude. At least maybe this week, if the price can take it out to this level this week, then fine. If it takes it out this week, then fine. Or we might enter next week and should be able to take it out this next week. As at now, we are kind of seeing like a pullback. Once the pullback is over, then a bearish move will enter. So notice that this price is still below the 10 period moving average. So we are still on a bearish move. Now let's see what this 4 hour time frame says. So we are still on a bearish move, right? So let's start this movement from here. This is an impulse move. Here we've had a correction, right? Then an impulse move. We can see what we just talked about, like a correction, right? Let's see maybe if this correction can go up to hit our 10 period moving average, then we can now short this WTI product. So 4 hour time frame, if you have to enter this trade, you want to trade it, right? Then I'll say actually short it, right? So the pullback will be over anytime. So maybe if it will be over by New York section, who knows? Let's see if this pullback can actually come tap this level here. If possible, it hits our 10 period moving average. We should be able to see it tap a level of 84.394. Then once it gets to that level, we should see a drop on WTI product for the day. So if you have to take a more if you have to trade this, then we have to short this WTI crude oil.